I went live a minute ago too soon, and I was at a busy road, so I stopped it and I started again. So did my push session today and my working out and my cardio, feeling it kind of like last set of dumbbell lateral raises. I felt like my right trap might have had a problem, so I cut that set short in the hope that I didn't damage it, and we'll see how we are tomorrow or later today. So that's important, dudes. If you feel like it's a bit awkward, or you can feel a pain that ain't the normal pain, stop what you're doing. It ain't worth the 3 week sit out time. Anyways, today I'm going to answer some questions in the group that I thought, people might be interested in. So one was from Cheryl Ellison, and she said her son bought her chocolate orange and all that other crud, and she was a bit gutted about it. And I kind of read into that the opposite, really, to what she did. Remember, guys, these are just my opinions. She kind of was upset that that's what her son thought she ate and other bits and bobs. But listen, man, most people are going to be influenced by what they think is a treat when they buy somebody else a treat. My missus was not happy with F1 tickets for her birthday, and I thought it was cool as. So I think it's the opposite. I think your kid knows that that's a treat, and that's why he bought it for you. I would have been more concerned if he came home with 4 chicken breasts and a stick of broccoli. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd be quite offended. He thinks I'm a fatty. But no, listen. Your little kid was trying to do something really nice for you, and he bought you what he thought you would enjoy, which is exactly true. He didn't buy. If Daddy had said, "Let's go buy Mummy dinner," I'm guessing he would have bought some food. But it was a treat for you. So I read that your son knows that's a treat. He knows that ain't staple food, and he was doing something nice for you. So it seems to me like you're bringing up a pretty good little kid whose heart's in the right place, and he knows his mummy. So I would take from that. I'll take those things. It's easy to take these little things that aren't that big a deal, wrap them up in a load of negativity and store them back down you and deep inside, and then they can just turn and fester into this horrible stuff going on in your head. So just don't do any of that. Try and look at the positive, and that's what I would have took from that. So there you go. That's Cheryl's little boy buying a chocolate orange. Who don't like a chocolate orange? So, and also Koofy Girl, I think it's Koofy Girl, Cat Gapier said, Capgear maybe, said, is a scale important to own? And I did answer this question in the group, but in my opinion, remember, these are all just my opinions, dudes. No, a scale ain't important to own, in my opinion. If it is a tool that you can use to get a very general idea of if your body is heading in the right direction, but only very general. There are so many factors and variables that they are almost useless. Time of day, waste inside your body, what you ate that day, how much water you've just drank, are you naked, have you got clothes on, is it in the same position as always within the house, is it on carpet, is it on a hard floor, the scales, are you at home, are you at the gym? It's just so many variables. But when I was on my journey, I used to weigh myself same time every day after I've been to the toilet, totally naked, on the same floor tile in my bathroom, and it gave me, not every day, every week, every fortnight, and it gave me a general idea that it was heading in the right direction. But it certainly is not something you should get caught up on. Your clothes fitting you will be the best gauge, in my opinion, of whether it's going right, how you're feeling and how you're looking, and if you're trying to build muscle, measurements. But yeah, I did have a scale. I did get caught up on it in the first few months, but in the end I was just like, you know what, I'm going to keep doing my thing, I ain't that bothered, and whatever happens, happens. So that's where you want to be with it. Yes, you can have one and generally use it as a rough guide, but I wouldn't start standing on it and thinking, oh my god, there's so many things that go on in your body. When you start getting active, yes, you'll start cutting body fat, but also as soon as you're doing something that isn't part of your staple routine, you'll start building muscle, or your body will start adapting to enable itself to cope with the extra stuff you're doing. So you will be losing weight. Anybody who's getting active to lose weight will definitely be making other changes in their body that could make them way more. But again, that's just my opinion. Do whatever you want with it. And then there's the last one here is Becky Margerson. I couldn't tag her into the post, but she said, has anyone been successful with just cardio before going on a weight session? The answer to that is almost everybody, I should think, because cardio is really associated with losing weight. Weights are really associated with looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that's a little bit of misinformation really, because the damage that's done to your body by lifting weights, that's why your body carries on burning calories after you've finished lifting weights, because it's repairing all the damage you did from lifting weights. So that's actually a really good way. And the more muscle you build on your body, the more calories you burn at rest. So the more your body has to pay to own it. That's why everybody, it's very easy to get fat, because fat storage is free. Your body doesn't have to pay a premium to have to store body fat. It can do that totally for nothing. But when it wants to start storing muscle, and it has to feed that muscle blood and look after it, that costs your body calories. That's why your body readily stores fat and doesn't really readily store muscle. You have to work hard to get muscle, because your body is an efficient machine, and it doesn't want to store anything that it doesn't need, want to maintain. So there you go. That's why as our weight training can help you lose weight, because you become more, you burn more calories at rest by being a bigger dude, a bigger person, basically, muscle wise. Cardio, absolutely. Doing cardio first to lose weight is absolutely fine, and then transitioning onto a weight program. That's exactly what I did for pretty much 200 pounds. I basically started walking at an incline. Sorry, my wife's texting me. I started walking at an incline, and that was all I did. So go to the gym. First it would be like 10 minutes, then 15 minutes, and 20 minutes, and before you know it, I was walking. This never started as a muscle building thing for me. I just started walking, and then because my work is physical, I started seeing, oh man, I've got quite a big chest, and I've got some arms. I start trying to lift weights, and then as soon as I lifted weights and I got that addicted to that pain of knowing you've done a good weight session, that was it. I was in that my kind of goal changed a little bit from let's just try and lose weight and be skinny to, okay man, let's go, let's that's it man, this is my calling, I want to make muscles. But yeah, in answer to your question short, it's probably a good idea to try and lift a few weights to preserve any muscle loss you might have whilst you're losing your fat, because any calorie deficit means you'll pretty much lose not just body fat but general body mass. But if you enjoy your cardio and that's what you want to do to lose weight, then you do it. It has to be fun, you have to enjoy it, otherwise you're never going to stick to it, guys, okay? Exactly, Rebecca. I can fluctuate 4 pounds in a day, I don't worry about the scale, and me too. If I stood on the scale last thing at night, I'll easily weigh 4 or 5 pounds more than if I stood on it in the morning. And I haven't gone to the toilet, I haven't done anything, it's just, I don't even know the answer to that one. If anybody knows the answer to that one, let me know, because yeah, my body would be 4 or 5 pounds. It's like 1 or 2% of your body weight. It's crazy. But yeah, just thought I'd answer some questions. Look at the cars. They're quite sticky today. It's bloody cold today. It's really dropped the temperature. Like I can see my breath in the air for the first time, sort of since the summer ended. So it's like 8 degrees or something according to my car when I went to the gym this morning. But I went to the gym this morning, dudes, got it done. But yeah, that's what I'm going to try and start and do now. Answer questions, just give you my opinion, only if you give a shit. I ain't the be all and end all of any of this stuff. I'm just trying to help, strangers make it happen, and motivate you all to keep going. That's all it is. I've seen, like I said before, there's loads of YouTube dudes where these guys are totally ripped, and they're like expert nutritionists and all that kind of stuff, and I just couldn't relate to those guys, because that ain't me. They've made it happen from square one. I wanted to talk to somebody who made it happen from square, like minus 1,000. Like you, I really couldn't relate to them, because I felt like they had never been in the mindset of somebody who was obese and thought, Jesus Christ, this is a long way back. That's why I kind of started the channel, thinking maybe people will be interested in this. So Anyway, a few people in here now. That's cool. But I'm just walking to work, doing my normal thing. We'll see how it goes. Food, gym, muscle and repeat, dudes. Love you all.